Yo, YouTube. Today we are reacting to FaZe, the new FaZe cleanse, the new face of the streaming community. You feel me? So look though, today we are reacting to his 9 to 5 workers versus fuck. I can't talk, my nigga. Bro, restart. Today we are reacting is 9 to 5 harder than streaming. You know? All right, 9 to 5 harder than streaming. We finna see. So look, we're really gonna think about this. We're gonna play devil's advocate. We're gonna see, you know, we're gonna look from both point of views. Alright? So look though. So don't just go the obvious answer, oh of course working, and not trying to hear niggas out. Really try to hear niggas out, alright? Really try to hear niggas out. Never could talk? Alright, bro. GG's, fuck you, bro. My dog after me for no reason. Alright, chill. But look though. And YouTube, I wanna hear your opinions too. YouTube, drop your opinions, bro. Let me know. Talk to me, bro. What's your opinions? I told you have a speech impediment. I'm gonna help you so you can speak properly. Bro, you're not my dad, nigga. Watch out. Bro, you gonna say this in front of YouTube, my nigga? Who is you to teach me shit, nigga? You can't teach me nothing, nigga. Teach me how to get a bag, fuck, nigga. You don't got no bag, nigga. Show me a band, nigga. Fuck wrong with you, nigga. Show me your last W-2. Show me your last fucking pay stub, nigga. But YouTube, voice your opinions in the comments and let's get into this reaction. Come on. You know, every social is Lowski 5K, so follow.
I'm like that, dude.
Right now.
You're gonna disrespect your mom and say that your work is harder? That is so rude.
You can talk about this motherfucker younger than you.
Listen, so you're
why you hating?
Dangerous.
Listen, bet.
Your
I want to see my invoice today. Thanks for reminding me.
Go to work.
And
went to school, and still.
And paid rent?
Yes, I still worked.
That's your choice. You're
high. You're hungover.
Credentials are playing video games. I play video games on my spare time.
I don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
Timeout. What? But look though. Come on, bro. Really pay attention. Pay attention. These motherfuckers say 9 to 5 is harder. Look though. Come on, man. Guys, how many of y'all locked in?
Different day.
Streaming harder? Oh, okay. See, Bangs on a different side. Okay, I like that, Bangs. I like that. Come on, I like that.
Okay. All right, so my argument here is that streaming and social media creation is
Well, you know you're gonna get paid from your 9 to 5. That's a good point. A lot of niggas don't know that. Streamers, you gotta sit here, like, you gotta do this shit. Rack up views. Especially once you're already, like, maintaining this income. I've done the 9 to 5 as hard as hell, but you never did streaming. Like, make money from streaming and keep the success up.
Nah, it's not facts, bro. 9 to 5 is way harder, homie.
Why do you say that?
Because you gotta get up every motherfucking day, go to the motherfucking bullshit job, and slave.
You gotta get up every day. You gotta get up every. You gotta wake up.
You get up every day. You go through the motions. You don't have to get.
You even start getting paid.
Then you be locked in. You wake up. You go. You flip some patties. Maybe you sign a few envelopes. Answer a few phone calls.
Streaming's a risk. That's the thing.
Social media creation. You have to be on your game 24/7. It's like a switch that never
when you're a
turns
mail
off.
carrier, I'm a mail carrier, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. I get treated like shit every motherfucking day.
We have to deal with
slaving
thousands,
every day.
tens of thousands of people
Bullshit.
critiquing every little thing we do.
That's
every
true.
decision we make, every thought we have.
Cause think about it, bro. These streamers, bro, their communities be so parasocial, bro. These niggas like judge anything they do. They live through the streamer, bro, and they nitpick anything you do. Yo, you ate that where? You did this where? You You can't do nothing without getting critiqued, bro. Especially as like young niggas. Like, you feel me? Young niggas probably so impressionable to the internet because that's all they know. You feel me?
Hey, man, I wish I had a day like y'all.
We don't have to go sign a few envelopes and put them in a mailbox.
You talking, man, for real.
What's the next trend? What's the next idea? Oh my God, I have to stream today.
And I got dogs that want to bite my ass every day.
And you have lunch breaks. You have lunch breaks. We don't have breaks. We're on 24/7.
That's true.
24/7.
That's true.
We're on 24/7.
That streaming has too many points. That's what I'm saying.
I wish I could be at home like you and kick back and get paid big money.
We're not even at home. We're walking around. We're walking around doing
That's true.
parties, doing all this stuff.
I gotta slave just for not even 100,000 a year. I gotta work double overtime. Bullshit.
Okay, what about this? You're guaranteed to get paid. You
W
have
bands.
No, I'm not.
Steady rate.
You're not guaranteed? I don't work. I don't get paid. It's simple as that.
Yeah, but you have
Same
a guaranteed pay if you work.
No, I
That's
don't.
your decision if you don't want
I
to work.
gotta work at the job for
If
years.
I don't go live, I don't get paid either.
You don't got to deal with people spamming L's.
Yes, we have people in the chat spamming L's.
You don't gotta deal with people spamming L's. This is bullshit. Hey, streaming, nobody can teach you that shit. Real shit. That's a thing. I've had one of my friends, and he only getting constant views every day now. He been streaming since February. Okay. that completely true? Debate about that.
Imagine you have to be high energy. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? You guys like this stream?
That's me 24/7. I'd rather do that.
So why don't you become a streamer?
Man, that's what I want to do. F that. F this 9 to 5 shit.
If streaming is so easy, how come every single person in this seat is not a streamer?
People are lazy. They want to put in the work.
That's their fault.
I get called fat all the time.
Oh, so what? I get called fat and chubby. All my homeboys call me chubby, fat,
Well,
whatever.
That's your homeboys, though. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's a homeboy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
you
homeboy.
right, homeboy. You right. But check this.
Yeah. Okay. Look, but they really spitting points though. Hold on. Look. Not gonna lie, it's long to stream. Yeah, motherfucker can't teach you how to beat you on stream. Damn. Yo, that's a Bands. You know what the fuck you're talking about, Bands. Yo, how am I gonna teach you how to be you, nigga? You feel me? Yeah, teach it, maybe not be. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so Bands is right. You feel me? They can show you little tips and tricks how to do shit, but look though, they can't teach you how to stream though.
So, my nigga, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go out there and get that bag.
I think she's got something she wants to say.
Oh my gosh, wait, we're seeing flags.
Unfortunately, these flags are actually useless. We decided to use a timer instead because we suck at explaining things.
So you raised your flag. Is there a reason you did that?
Because I was actually
You a big monkey. You built like a silver like
15 years.
back gorilla, bro. What the fuck did I do to you?
Get dressed, go to work, and
I'd be calling you
with
fat
not
at least
only adults,
once.
but I also had to deal with children.
We deal with children every day, too.
We deal with tens of thousands of children and adults.
The Lacey Stugs.
Some shit don't work for
You not know
everybody.
who the Lacey Stugs are?
I can't go out in public without 10 kids coming up asking for a picture. You know how hard that is of a life?
Isn't that
That is
special?
difficult.
How long do you think this is going to last?
Forever.
Forever,
You think this
hopefully.
is going to last forever?
I hope so. You just proved my point for me. I don't have that security that's going to last forever. Having a job, being
That's
a
why
cook,
you gotta grind.
you have that security of, oh, I have a job, I have a degree, I have this. This could end for me tomorrow.
Hypothetically, if you all
Yeah, facts. They could lose this all to the next day. You feel me? You know what you're hired, bro. You're not going to lose your job tomorrow for no reason. You know that's your job, especially if you work somewhere that's a union or like that's a big company. You know the company not gonna go out of business. You feel me?
your followers, what would you do?
I know what he'll do. Get up.
No, I'm asking
Trigger
him.
warning.
I'm asking him. What would you
Job.
do if you lost completely all your YouTubers? You had nothing. No one watched you anymore. I didn't even watch you
only
anymore.
expands. Facts.
What would you have to do? You would have to actually have to go to work.
Facts. They say one wrong thing, they're cooked, bro. Shorty in the back sick.
Did I just cuss at you?
That's a slur. If I did lose all my followers, I would probably buy a couple houses and start my real estate empire.
Okay, so then you would have to actually go to work. You would
Yeah,
actually
bro.
have
Auntie in the back mad and shit. She's like, bro, what these niggas talking about? What are these niggas talking about?
to go to the office.
And I would think that would be a much easier job than streaming.
You gotta go into your setup though and sit in front of studio lights and read the chat and be interactive.
But no, he lost everybody. He lost everybody. He has no followers.
They're really just mad.
So
Like, look, they're just mad how much money it could make. You feel me? Like, me as a streamer, I would probably be canceled already. Yeah, probably for wearing them glasses. Wearing them glasses, bro, you're going to be canceled. I'm keeping it big. But look, though. Like, what was I about to say? What was I about to say, chat? Oh, yeah, they're just mad because the money they make on streaming, bro. You feel me? They're just mad they make so much money, but it's not an easy job at all.
he would have to turn
but you're
around.
proving my
It's not
point.
even
You're
they didn't get the
proving my
opportunity.
point. You're proving my point on why this is harder because I could lose it all tomorrow.
Yeah, but you could lose it tomorrow.
If let's say you're a cook, right? Let's say you got fired. You have hundreds of people lined up. You can go cook over here, cook over there.
You could be a private chef.
You could be a private chef. Exactly. I don't have that security.
I was a cook in the school system. I cooked all frozen food.
She was a lunch lady?
You still cook. You go cook for another school.
I think I saw a flag right here.
Flags. I see red flags.
I'm gonna have to backlight yo, Lacey. It's the truth.
They're spitting low key though. You feel me? But also, it depends on the job you have as a 9-to-5er.
I think something you guys aren't taking into account.
Like, bro, I go to work every day, 5 days a week, right? I feel like my full-time job is easier. I'm keeping it being. Like, to come on stream and try and plan some type of thing, not to make sure your stream is boring the whole time, or like at least you could actually like plan what you're gonna talk about, bro. That's just like not annoying, but it's really time consuming to think about. You feel me? Or like, or even you have the energy to even stream. You feel me? Like you might be tired, like you know, but you gotta come on and bring energy. You can't be on there and not bring energy, bro. You gotta like you know make your chat want to be there. You feel me? Especially I'm not at the point where I could just play any game and like everybody want to watch. Hold on.
Say we get a brand deal, I gotta post on an Instagram story. I gotta go
How you
find the
asking
4
me
local
that?
cans.
Brand story?
I gotta make
Bet that. I would like to do
I
that.
gotta make sure I get the 4 local can. And
Not to mention,
You have to do work.
So if you have more time, you think it would be easier? Probably. Like if this stream was my full-time thing, I feel like it would be harder cause like if this was my full-time thing, I gotta have bigger like content ideas. I gotta do bigger things on stream and really like bring shit together and like you know make sure everything's perfect and really get my stream off though. Like you feel me? Like as a full-time streamer, bro, like to even set all this shit up.
it ruins our Twitter impressions too.
I gotta tag them.
And then that goes into falling off.
My name is Rhonda. I'm a registered nurse from the South.
Nice to meet you,
From
Rhonda. 35 years
Even editing,
ago.
facts.
I
It'll be
decided
ass
to go
editing
to
after
nursing
work.
school because I wanted to be a creative. I thought I loved fashion, I loved acting, I loved singing. But in the South, whole lot of racism back in the 60s and the 50s.
But look though, you can't bring in life circumstances in this too. You can't be like, well, like you have to work to provide for my mom or some shit like at 15. That's different because like you know that's just like how you grew up. That's not because 9 to 5 is harder. Like the job itself is not hard. She ain't put the work in to get where she need to be. That's that too.
People didn't give a rat's ass if you created something, and they
That's
would
that's
support
true.
your business. So yes, a 9 to 5 is much harder. I had to work 7 to 3, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I had to support my daughter.
Rhonda,
You get spoiled.
Rhonda, can I ask you a question?
Man, we'll talk about
Have
it.
you ever
You
done it?
get spoiled.
How you ever did a subathon?
You get spoiled.
Rhonda, can I ask you a question?
Nope.
Have you ever
You
done it?
get spoiled. No. You get spoiled, and your mama and daddy keep
Rhonda,
giving it to you.
Rhonda,
Because
guys, I got a question for Rhonda. I got a question for Rhonda. Rhonda,
Yes.
have you ever done a subathon?
I see that clip on TikTok.
30
Dead
days straight,
24
hours a day.
day and night. No break.
We all streamed.
That ain't even healthy.
You're talking about working 7 to 3. You have 2 30-minute breaks throughout that. You get to go home afterwards, see your family, relax. We were on camera.
Soon as you say nope, not gonna lie, this conversation is done. Facts. But look though, bro, they're just thinking because like they're just on camera, bro. These niggas is actually like doing like TV shit on stream, having cameras set up, doing shit for hours. You know, setting real events up on streams, making people come. You feel me? Organizers. They're not just like turning on the camera and playing the video game. These are like not the same streamers as like they used to do.
30
Lo, what day you off work? I'm off on the weekend, Saturday and Sundays. Saturdays and Sundays.
days straight, no personal.
What
If you know how
day
hard
were
it is
you a registered
to
nurse?
have.
When did you get a break? You clean boo-boo?
When have you ran a
You-
3-minute ad?
You
When have you
clean
ever
up
ran?
vomit,
You ever ran a
you
3-minute ad?
pass trays,
3-minute ad?
you short-handed. You
Talk
don't-
about the
I
fake
would love-
relationships that you have.
Oh my God.
Now keep.
It's fake
Think
on
about
social
this.
media.
Think about this. Imagine
Sure.
every little person. We call them parasocials. They judge your
Parasocials.
relationships. You can't go out to dinner or have a girl take a picture in your car without them finding out and judging
I got
you
caught with
based
my
on it.
ex.
I got
in
caught with
public.
my ex, and I got treated like I was a pedophile for it.
But mental health. When you stop caring about what people think and what they say about you, do you. And that's a big problem with younger people. You care about what people think. Social media, what they say about
That's
you.
not making shit.
That's our job.
You said you're a nurse,
That's our
right?
job.
35 years.
What do you think's harder? 24-hour open surgery, like when you're helping with, the doctor, et cetera, or 24-hour stream?
Nigga, nah, come on, bro. A surgery, my nigga. A 24-hour stream, come on, bro. You cannot compare that, bro. Them niggas is trolling. They're rage baiting.
Oh, brother.
They're rage baiting.
We're saving thousands, you're saving one.
Come on, bro. Don't disrespect her job. Her job is needed.
All right, so you said 30-day subathon, right?
Yep.
My argument is that none of you guys actually did any
Occupation.
work,
He don't got no job.
and it was all your filmers, your
he part of the
editors,
face team?
your producers. All these people back here are the ones doing the work. You guys just show up and have fun.
They didn't do anything.
Oh, you can't disrespect the nurse, swear.
No, because here's the thing.
That's bad takes.
That's bad takes. That's bad takes. That's bad takes.
Go.
They wouldn't have
Yeah,
any
facts.
work if it wasn't for us, though.
I would even go as far to say as every person in this room, we keep them employed as well. Because here's the thing, we get sponsors from these companies that have 9 to 5s, right? These companies, hold on. These companies are not viable without influencers to push the brand and keep them in business.
Have you ever worked a real job?
Just ideas for stream. Just ideas for stream.
How would you know?
See, I have worked a real job.
What was your real job?
I worked 8 months. I worked a double. I worked Walmart and Panera at the same time.
Damn! They're laughing at the job he had? You feel me? They're laughing at a job he had, bro? What's wrong? Y'all niggas, what? He can't work that, like, that job's not a job? But look, though, Dance, right now, oh, yeah, you already know.
She's laughing, bro. Nah, she's making me mad.
You have to keep motherfuckers entertained.
I actually feel like they're wrong.
Facts. Oh, Ron, they're switching people out.
Hi, I'm Chris.
All right, Chris.
Why do you think a 9-to-5 job is not harder than what you do?
Well, you're guaranteed to pay.
Guaranteed to pay?
Yeah.
And that makes it harder?
Yeah. No, it makes it easier for you
Makes
guys.
it easier because we have a guaranteed pay.
100%. You have security.
Talk about raises.
Makes it easier for 9-to-5 people.
You can't run out of ideas or really take nobody else. See, I said that. Yup, you did. If you don't want to speak, you don't have to.
Well, to have a job because their pay is
when you go to work every day, everyone's
so you're
like...
basing the ease of a job just on somebody getting paid regularly? Is that what you...
Well, let's just say that comes to perspective. If you see
You're
someone who
guaranteed
works
to get
food,
paid,
someone
facts.
who works a doctor, it's obviously different. But if you're talking abroad, 9 to 5, someone who doesn't need a degree, yeah, it's way easier than being a streamer.
How so?
Well, it's because you're guaranteed and you don't need any crazy knowledge. You don't need to go to school for most jobs, like certain things like a 9 to 5. If you wanted to go work at Foot Locker, I could go to Foot Locker, apply, and then next thing you know, I'm selling shoes for pay every single hour.
So according to you, a job is easier or harder based on the guaranteed pay? That's one aspect of it.
Working
right?
at Foot Locker, working at a job like Panera or whatever Lacey is easier than a streamer, yes, because a streamer you have to come up with ideas, you have to stay relevant.
We're talking about ideas now. Okay,
yeah,
we're talking about pay.
Okay, so what do you want to start with though?
But
it doesn't make. But you're not even. You keep switching it. So why don't
I'm
you
not
answer my
switching
question?
anything.
No, you
About
100%.
what you like. Facts.
How is it harder if you're guaranteed to pay? I worked for 4 years of.
Facts. They want you to live how they live, bro. That's a bar, Mike. They want you to live how they live,
Your
bro.
definition of hard. That's the thing. It's like what
Stuff
is
that
difficult.
you need creativity. You need to get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
You need to be able to actually make people believe what you believe in the sense of like, oh, this is good content. Do you watch any TV shows?
I watch YouTube.
Okay, you watch
so
YouTube.
much YouTube.
So it's the people that you're
It's the same thing on YouTube.
entertained by are the people like us, just for a different audience.
That's true, but you're talking about entertainment as a job. We could talk about entertainment.
This is entertainment,
as a job.
but this is entertainment.
But
my
as a
question
job
to you
doesn't
is
have
why?
any
Why?
guarantees. Absolutely.
So do you truthfully? You can sit here and think that.
Bro, he's
working at, like,
speaking,
Foot Locker or
though.
something,
He's
I'm just giving
actually
the best
speaking.
Example
Yeah.
is harder
You
than
feel
a
me?
streamer.
Because you gotta make the opportunity.
what you
They
were
don't get
saying
that.
were
Facts. They think like streamers are employed by something. No, they built this shit up themselves. This is all them. You feel me? This is the hours they put in. They made this. This is all them. You feel me? They're just on an app, but they're not employed, bro. This is all them, bro. You feel me? They did all this just thinking of ideas and keeping people entertained. Like definitely streaming. Like streaming's definitely hit or miss.
Hard
Facts.
means to you because
In the
there's
sense
hard
of everyday
physically,
activity.
there's
Because some
Facts.
people around here said, "Oh, I gotta wake up at 7 a.m., 8 a.m." Oh,
Yeah.
okay, we have to do the
52
same
pounds
thing.
for sitting down
People
for-
do that.
and you deal with
For example,
yourself.
we blew up in like a week.
we did
Facts.
millions.
No, Speed didn't blow up in a week. He was streaming for like 2 years before that. He just blew up. Like when he blew up, he blew up. But no, he was streaming for like 2 years before that, though. You feel me? His shit was not instant.
And you're creating that content, and you have your phone.
My man's off
You're
P4.
dealing with you and yourself in that phone.
Okay, so what happens?
Nuh-uh. He hit 1 million off the PC. He was doing PC streams, doing the backflips and shit. Before he hit 1 million. I remember when he hit 300. Yeah, you're tripping.
And you're not
That's not
dealing
true at
with-
all. I have an
Okay.
editor that I pay who relies on me. If I stop doing
Which
any
is
type
later.
of content,
I'm-
he
True.
So
They have
when you go to your
employees.
job, when you go to work, when you go to work, rather than punching a card, you pick up your phone or you turn on a camera.
Okay, so when you punch the card, let's say, who's above you? Your boss, right? What happens if he just takes the business and he says, oh, we're not doing it anymore? You lose your job.
If the work is picking up a phone or turning on the camera as opposed to going in with a bunch of people and having to multitask tasks you have
it was
to
not
do throughout your
PS4.
shift
Yeah.
and deal with your
Tasks you have to do
coworkers,
throughout
an
the stream.
interpersonal thing. Tell me how much you do of that stuff while you are actually doing your job for however many number of hours that you are talking and typing and shitting and eating and all that stuff that everybody's watching you do.
Go ahead.
No.
Not gonna lie, bro. None of the old people had like said a good argument. They have not said a good argument yet.
There's actually a mental aspect.
I understand that. Yeah.
No. Let me hear me out. Camaraderie. Like you have like a group of people, like friendships, relationships, which is the most important thing in life. So do you build that with your coworkers and stuff like that?
Sorry. Bye. See you later.
Seeing a lot of flags.
It's all complaining for real. Yeah, like it's because they don't like their job. That's what it is.
And I work as an executive assistant.
You're right. You're right. She's right. She's right.
They just complain about their job.
All right, so you guys were talking about the mental aspect, and I thought that was really interesting because as someone who works a 9 to 5, technically it's a 10 to 6, but I still have to clock in a certain amount of time. I come home.
Bro, even the old ladies not even like, they don't care about what she's saying either.
I'm too tired to cook. Fortunately, I have a beautiful girlfriend that does all of that stuff
Gay.
for me when I get home. But if I didn't, I would have to cook for myself and get to bed in time and wake up in time to commute back to my job. You guys talk about how it's hard because there's a mental aspect. And I understand as someone who's been on social media a lot that you get
How long
berated.
have you been on social media? Just to get broad.
Lazy.
So I actually did content creation starting at the age of 14. When I moved to LA, I gained like 10,000 followers off the bat, and I was very young, and I started working with different brands.
Okay.
I totally understand the mental aspect. It's just that you guys can afford to say, hey, I'm gonna go wherever for 2 weeks, and that can be content, that can be your job, and you actually get to relax and travel the world and have other
So
opportunities.
you're just saying a lot of points.
There's no relaxation.
If I can answer a couple.
Mm-hmm.
So you were saying like
You gotta
to go back to the
provide
beginning,
for
you were
yourself and
saying
still
like
go to
you can
work?
manage
That's what
your
I'm
time,
saying.
Like relationship, was that correct? Like you have your girlfriend when you go home, like.
I fortunately
So it
have a
takes time to
support
get this
system,
done.
but I every day like ask myself how I would
So
have
I'll
been
give you
able
a
to do it
perfect
without.
example.
Facts.
I was so you said 14 you started.
See,
I
Mike,
started at 16 for about-
I fucked with how you like just switched it around. Like now you on the streaming side. See, like it really makes sense though. I'm keeping it being.
3 years I was making money and it slowly went super up, and then all of a sudden it went.
Also, it just depends on your job. Like, of course, a construction worker's job's gonna be harder than the streamers. But we talking about just the regular 9 to 5, bro. You feel me? No, most assistants get bullied by their bosses. I feel like the whole thing is time management. Facts.
Down, right?
Yeah.
I lost everything, fell off
He was about to
completely.
though.
About to myself. Real story. This is a real story. This isn't a joke. Why are you smiling?
We've all been there. Every 9 to 5 worker has been there.
So
That's
going
why.
back to what you said, how you have a support system. I moved across the country from my parents at the age of 19, lived alone in an apartment, was paying a certain amount of money every single month, and I was losing money. I wasn't making enough money to pay my like I had money in my bank for my rent, but I wasn't making
It was
more than my
savings,
rent.
yeah.
So I was
You
losing.
were in the red every month.
I was in the
I
red
got
every
you.
single month. Girlfriend broke up with me at the time, so alone
whammy.
across the country. So it's like
That's
when
funny.
you're alone too, and everything's going down.
Yeah, if you allow your boss to bully you, I don't know what to tell you. Facts. Why you allowing your boss to talk to you like that? Like, you still a person.
And where's my support system?
I don't like why she laughing, bro.
So I have a question. You said that for the first 4 years you started streaming, you had no income. How are you able to survive?
I lived with my mom. I was 16.
So that to a
What? He can't live with his parents at 16? That doesn't even make no sense.
certain extent is privilege.
That's privilege.
It is.
But my
because-
mom.
supposed
my
to.
Mom, how's that privilege?
It's privilege because you have the support system to have a place to live.
I was 16.
16. I would hope I have parents that would live with me.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't, and they have to
What
take
is that?
9
That's
to
a whole
5.
Yeah, that's
So a lot
a
of
whole
people
different
don't
thing.
have houses.
A lot of
when they
people
working
don't
9 to
have
5?
families that support them or accept
But that's a
them.
whole different conversation. What does that do with the 9 to
Facts.
5? If,
Because they still need to
Like
survive.
some
So the
impossible
fact that you were
task.
given
That's
the
what
how
I'm
did you move to
saying.
LA?
I moved across the country as well with my mom when I was 15 years old.
Is that not
Do you not
privilege?
think that's privileged?
I mean, we moved into a 1-bedroom in Santa Monica and shared a trundle bed, so.
Okay, well, I was reselling shoes to afford my mom's mortgage and everything.
I get it. I've definitely helped my family out in times where I was able to, but I also had to have my family support me in order for me to have certain opportunities to make money in the first place. So if you didn't have content creation, what would you be doing?
It's a great question. I don't know, because I didn't set my goals that way. I set up my life to that. I know I would do what I want to do. If we all got paid the same every single month, let's say we, just in simple terms.
No, she's not spending no facts.
Amount of money. Would you guys still, truthfully, I'm asking a serious question. Would you guys say that all of our jobs are harder than each other?
She's spending none. Not even near no facts.
If she was a nurse, she had to go to medical school for years just to be able to have her
But
foot
she
in the
knew
door.
that she was getting security because she was going to be a nurse, correct?
Not secure.
How is it not secure if you knew what you were going to do?
Nothing secure.
Nothing's secure. You just proved my point. But you just proved my point.
No job is secure, but content creation gives you the ability to have those savings, to have an audience. And even
I
if
don't
you
have heard
lose
anything
all
that
your
makes sense.
followers
Facts.
One day,
Yeah.
even if
Let's
you
say I
lose,
lost it all tomorrow.
you still have residuals of your previous viral
But
videos.
that's-
Even if people are hating on you and
that's not
shitting on you,
necessarily-
that's still adding to what goes into your pocket.
There's literally doctors who do one surgery and make hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Because they were trained for decades and they had to go to
So
school.
were we.
You went to school to be a content creator?
Streamer University.
That's still from work. Facts.
How you doing, bro?
Good, how you doing?
Alex.
Gabe.
Gabe, how we doing?
I'm doing good. So first of all, I want to say
Adapt,
I do
I fuck with
respect
adapt.
all of you for what you do. I mean, you guys do work, but you do not work as hard as people who have a regular job. You
don't know that.
I mean, that I do know it for sure. It's very clear. People have to wake up and do their routine over and over again. It's not a daily thing. It's a weekly thing. It's a monthly thing. It's a yearly thing. It's a life thing. And if they screw up, they lose their jobs. And they always have to be careful.
They lose their jobs.
Because if they do something weird, they say something weird to their coworker or their boss, they're going to lose their job. If you lose some followers because of something you say, you'll get other
My
followers.
shit kind of sore.
You have a large
damn.
following enough where there's enough of a range of perspectives that people will always be on board for you as long as you're producing content. People who screw up at their jobs and lose their jobs, and maybe there's a recession, there's not a lot of jobs, as could be now.
But I'll be banned if I was on
they
Twitch.
get potentially
Let's
homeless
try not
or
to.
worse.
You ever heard of cancel culture?
What's that? Yeah, of course I've heard of it. But how many people have been canceled and came back? I mean, it happens all the time. Your boss is not going to be loyal to you if you don't get that thing in on time 5 times.
Okay, but check
and
it
you're
out.
done.
Okay, so listen.
It's PR training at the end of the day. Facts. Like, look, I just don't say crazy shit. You still be yourself and not say crazy shit.
Years and years and hours of.
You can still sexual out, like,
and
just don't say crazy shit. You know it's crazy.
And intimate relationships with your audience. That's not something that's just given to you. You don't just fall into 1 million subscribers, 2 million subscribers, 3 million subscribers.
Of course not. It takes work for sure. But like what you guys are talking about in terms of like the toll it takes on you, a large part of it, and let me tell you something, I'm a little older than you guys, so a large part of it is just general angst
Do that shit,
from being
bro.
young,
You got a PC
and
on
you
the
just
way?
happen to have a camera in front of you and like talking to people or whatever, but at the same time, like you're doing exactly what most people are doing, which is dealing with life stuff, and that's normal. Like the mental.
They just got money, bro. It's just because how much money they make.
Getting comments and this and that. That's what everybody deals with. But you don't have to wake up at 6 in the morning
When my brother
and get
moves
to
out, I'm
your
start
job
streaming?
and then be
Okay.
there and like be on the whole time, no matter what. Anyone
I can
has
afford
a
a
9 to 5
PC.
has to do that.
Bet that. You can afford to gift a sub right now. We're trying to get to 20, man.
I have to do that same
So
sort
you
of.
just gotta come in and teach the same shit for the next 10, 15 years.
Facts! Teach the same shit for the next 10 years.
We have to, you already know what you're doing.
We have to produce new
I know,
shit
I
every
know,
day.
I know.
Me in particular, to Silky's point, you're a college professor, so you're essentially reteaching the same curriculum to the same students.
That I had to take
what I'm
years
saying?
to learn, but
you know
yes.
what I'm saying? But I started making content when I was 12 years old.
Okay.
It started out playing Call of Duty trick shotting. I
You were-
don't think
okay.
anybody in this room could
Dude
hit a
sound like
quick
he was
shot,
gonna make
right?
sense.
Anyone in this
Facts.
room could quick scope.
I don't know if
So
that's
I had
something to be proud of, but okay.
So I had to do that for 4 years,
Okay.
right? And then I'm like, okay. Then I had to do YouTube for 4 years,
Okay.
right?
All right.
And then I had to do FaZe Clan, build FaZe Clan out, fix FaZe Clan, and then
Okay.
do streaming.
Okay.
So
And with how many people helping you?
How many people helping me?
Yeah.
Come on now.
For which stages?
All of them.
I missed it.
Was it just you?
There's still a lot of video
It's
left.
just me. There's receipts of this.
It wasn't built on the shoulders of anyone?
There's receipts on YouTube of me.
I don't know if that's something to be
YouTube
proud of.
from?
Yeah, but he make millions off that. What are you talking about? Facts. And but none of them niggas can hit a trick shot. You feel me? No, trick shotting is a talent, whether they like it or not. You feel me? Whether they like it or not, it's a talent.
How did YouTube become so easy? Because a bunch of people worked their butts off 9 to 5, making it a thing.
That's
and
what
if
you
it didn't exist, you couldn't press play, you couldn't press record, and then just
what? That don't make no sense.
To teach on. Then boom, there you go.
Right, but I also spent years earning my credentials and mastering.
And I did it.
Come
So
on,
did
guys.
it.
Your
He
credentials
did.
are playing video games. I play video games on my spare time. Come on, guys.
So you just want to get paid to play video games. It's okay.
Man, you're tying your clan boo up off of it. That's what I'm saying. These niggas just hating for real. They just hating.
Perspective is coming from a hair and makeup artist, physical job. Doesn't seem like any of you guys can even compete with the physicality.
Brother.
You guys just
I know how to do a 3-strand braid.
Just sitting on your butt and talking into a microphone
know.
is very different. Very
YouTube
different
is important because
than
9 to 5
having to
made
get
it
up
so important.
in the morning,
Because you watch
carry
it, you're
all
bored.
of your
Thank you, it's
gear.
entertainment.
Carry all of your hair, makeup, all of your supplies. You have to haul it around.
Her job don't
early
sound
in the
hard.
morning. You stand on your feet all day. You never sit down.
I hear you. I hear you.
You're breathing in
It's not always
toxic
said now.
chemicals all day.
They all owe with nothing to do. I'm weak.
Can I talk?
Hairspray.
Listen, so your whole
So
thing.
it's dangerous.
Have you saw fitness
Your
YouTubers?
job
Facts.
isn't dangerous.
So
your
thing
job
is-
isn't
your
physically
thing is
taxing. You're just talking into a
So
microphone.
listen.
Even
so
my
your
mom
whole
knows
thing-
streaming shit hard.
Your whole thing is
W
we
Ma
can't
Dukes.
do what you do, right?
It's not
No, no,
physical.
no, but-
I'm saying that
I
a
just-
9 to
y'all let
5
me talk for a
job where
second.
you physically have to do
So-
some hauling around stuff.
So
and
I physically
you're
can't
just
haul
talking
around
into a microphone.
bags of like makeup. You physically could never trick shot. You could not hit a crane shot. You can't 1080. You can't hold.
Facts. You can't do a trick shot.
And make a 200K montage.
You can't. You can't do that. Can she do that though?
None of you could physically.
Can she do that?
For 12.
Can she do that though? Like niggas hate on video games, but can you go in a video game and do that? Can she get on the Call of Duty and hit a trick shot? I bet she can't. But them niggas can carry them bags. You feel me? Them niggas can carry them bags though.
Hours a day.
Yes. Actually, yes.
You're taking them 4 days to hit a trick shot. It's taking you 4 days to hit a trick shot.
Actually, yes, I would have
Hours
to
a
do
day.
that.
And then your day is never
Yes, I
done. When you're
would.
done doing that, is your job done? Do you have to go shopping and replace
No, no,
all
no.
of the
Wait,
things
wait.
that you
Stop.
use?
No. Listen,
You have to
Vicky,
clean
listen,
all of
Vicky.
your gear.
You don't know about dry streaks. You don't know about hit markers.
But when you're done, you're
You
done.
don't know about if the Elgato wasn't on.
When
Can
you're
you
done, you're
imagine
done.
these
Oh
things?
my God, disable
Elgato?
resample.
If I rendered my video in Vegas and I sent the editor the clips without disabling and resample,
Oh my God.
my montage is fucked. Your main underlining argument here is what you do is physically
Daily, day to day.
Okay. Your
They stream
main
every
thing-
day.
What you do is physically more taxing and
Yeah.
hard than what any of us
And
do.
dangerous.
I could say the same thing. You cannot physically trick shot. You could never.
If it all
I
fails
would
for
go
it.
as far
Okay,
as
so how many hours a day do you trick shot?
I don't think.
How many hours
guys
a
ever do.
day do you trick shot? How many hours?
When I was trick shotting, it was 12 hours a day. It was however long I needed to. However
Every
long I
day, 12
needed
hours
to.
a day
However
trick
long I
shotting?
needed to hit a clip.
12 hours a day every day.
5 seconds.
And that clip is.
He carries a Barrett 50 cal and he jumps off of stuff.
I would have to get on Call of Duty, turn my sense all the way up to 1010. I would have to. I would have to pray to God that he would be in the right spot, throw the concussion. Now I gotta have my rotations down. I gotta have my rotations.
Dead zones.
That's why I hate talking to old motherfuckers because they don't know what you're talking about. It makes you
For
mad.
the most part, but
They don't know
that is
what you
not
talking about.
all YouTubers
Bitter old heads.
that are
Facts.
doing something physical. A lot of it is just talking.
Or old ones.
Yeah, but she
my
also
fault.
said it was dangerous. We could walk around IRL stream and someone could rob us or kill us.
I gotta.
Wait.
They can.
Laughing, but that's happened recently.
I've gotten a pumpkin thrown on my head by a crackhead.
Crackhead ran up to him on stream and almost
died.
Almost
Because he
decapitated
quoted
him
his
when he
thoughts.
was-
Yeah.
Bro, they're not lying.
My name is Thelma. Pleasure to meet you, sir. I am very occupational. My last job, I worked as a librarian with elementary school children. I have been an executive.
You almost got
secretary,
G-check.
legal.
G-check. New
Yes,
people said as
yes,
long as
all
it takes 10
that,
clips.
you know,
Some days
because
could be
it's
12
who
hours.
you are
So you say 12 hours a
that-
day every day.
You know, we
Not a
create
single
social
soul
media
say
all the time
you said this
because
12
that's
hours
what we
every
are.
day.
We're
Facts.
9 to 5ers, and we interact and have energy with people.
Robbed and stabbed,
Where
they
I don't
could
think
be.
that you guys have that.
We have
Are you serious?
You have false energy because you're across the screen. You're not interacting with people like we do.
So what are we doing right now?
Interacting?
What are we doing right now?
You're doing it now because we're doing a video.
Wait, isn't she debating for it? That's making it harder for us.
Do you know that there's millions of people?
Now I'm not gonna have all y'all gang up on me.
There's millions of people who watch the video.
Yes.
Who save lives every day, probably more than doctors.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
There's people that literally stay alive because they want to watch our videos.
You know about going out into the club at night.
They don't know that though.
10 o'clock in the morning, trying to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning so you get dressed.
Richard said the dumbest shit I heard off video.
Okay,
so but I'm saying it's like you guys don't do the interaction. You don't touch people like this.
Okay, now.
What kind of shit's going on?
You go to the club. You get to put some shades on and you go by your day.
Interact with these people. We're doing it right now because we're doing a video.
You're drunk.
They've been doing videos.
Just get off screen. We don't want to see you like this.
But is that your choice?
We don't like you like this. Why are you doing this?
But is that your choice?
Yes. Just like it's your choice to go to college.
That's what's happening now.
It's your child. It's your choice to go to college. What are you talking about?
When you have a 9 to 5, you dealing with people. You touching people's hearts,
We deal with
souls,
people too.
mind. No, you are not.
Do you know how many fans we meet a day?
I think. Look, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I respect what you do.
Do you
Because
watch
I
any
think-
entertainment?
Oh my God.
Of course I watch
So do
entertainment.
you ever,
I got kids.
wait,
I got grandkids.
Do you ever laugh? Do you ever laugh?
Of course I laugh.
So then they
We're
interact with
touching
you.
them.
But the interaction is
Did
not
it make you
real.
feel better?
When I'm watching
Wait, did it make you feel better?
What make me feel
Have you
better?
ever
It all
watched-
depends on
Have you ever been
it all
entertained?
depends- it
Have you
all
ever been
depends
entertained and
on
been like,
what's coming.
oh, I feel good?
Some of it is fake.
Right now.
Some of it is fake.
You see, you're not answering.
So now let me.
Okay, well let me answer your because I'm debating him.
Okay, yeah.
But go ahead.
Right after this, I got you. Right
Okay,
now.
all right.
Yeah.
Come on.
So when you're entertained, have you ever felt like your day was better if you watched something? You never felt like that?
Yeah, sure.
So what's the difference with us?
The difference with you is that you guys do this 24/7. That's all you do.
Yeah.
Do you know?
That's-
It's just like you. Wait a minute. Somebody made a comment about, oh, I can't even go out with my girlfriend, or I can't even go out in public.
That's right.
I can go out in public and be seen.
So it's
You know what?
easier.
I'm a very social.
Facts.
I'm a
Bro,
very
Benz, you're
social
talking.
person. I'm very popular in where I do and where I am. I do social media.
I'm saying what we do has not affected people. It's not real. How come when I go out in public and I meet someone and they're like, oh my God, wait, I loved your videos growing up. You're my childhood. I used to watch you
Or their
every
hands
single
shaking.
day.
Their hands shaking.
Like, you're my child. You know how like
Bro,
we grew up
Adapt is
watching
talking.
Disney Channel?
Yep.
I've had
Ben
kids come
10.
up hundreds of times throughout years of my life. Have kids come up to me and say these things. So
Facts. Trying to put us down.
I'm Robbie. I'm a server at
Real.
an Italian restaurant.
Come on, bro. Life's easy.
Oh, that's not fair. Server at an Italian restaurant.
Come on, bro. Life's easy.
Oh,
Facts.
that's not fair.
He has the same menu, makes the same food every day. Bro.
First thing I'm gonna say is nobody's gonna say being a nurse isn't hard, because my aunt was. That is.
We
the
talk about a
most
server.
shit. How are you gonna disrespect your mom like
No,
that,
she
dude?
is right now.
You're gonna disrespect
She
your mom
loves
and
it.
say that.
Oh my
your
God, cash
is
is left. Hold
harder?
on. Bet
That
that.
is so rude, honestly.
She works 2 of them.
Okay,
She works at 2 hospitals.
Let me ask you something.
She said it's mad easy. She can work at 2 hospitals.
No disrespect. No disrespect, but what you do, I'm not your target audience. So break it down for me, because I don't even get it.
Oh my God.
Let me ask you something.
You just said I'm not your target audience because I'm black. That's what you just said.
Ooh.
You won't watch me because I'm black. And this is what I'm talking about. It's harder.
He has to get judged every
I gotta get
single
judged every day. Everybody thinks I'm a hoodlum. I'm a nice guy.
He's a jolly dude.
I can't get a job because I got tats. I used to work at Costco's. I had the greatest 401k granted to me. That means that when I retire, I get the biggest stipend of my life. Do you know I could just sit there and just meat pack all day just to really realize that, what, maybe 20 years I'm gonna be sitting on millions because I worked at Costco's?
Yeah, Will.
Okay.
I didn't have to interact with nobody, just packing meat.
Yeah, Will.
Come on, bro.
Is what you do fun?
I mean,
Do you enjoy what you do?
if I make it fun,
Do you make it fun?
I could make it fun.
First of
Yes
all,
or
they
no,
look
is what
mad
you
as
do
shit.
fun?
Facts. She mad
What
as
is it
hell.
fun? Break it down for me. What do you do in a day? We'll swap stories. What do you do in a day?
Okay, so it's very stressful, right?
Not fun at all. Because this dude was talking for 20 minutes about playing video
NPC.
games.
He's an NPC,
Whoa.
bro, for real.
It sounds like you're jealous, I'm not gonna lie. But,
Your is decent.
okay, so look, right?
So I'm jealous of a harder job.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
that was sarcasm. You didn't read it. No, I'd like to.
No, listen. Listen to the time that I wake up. I wake up maybe 3, 4 p.m. You know what I'm saying? I'm already drowsy because
He
I just
does talk
smoke,
like one too.
You know why?
Like, he sounds like a background
because
character
I
in
just
a
deal
movie.
with thousands of people.
Definitely.
I don't even like people. I gotta deal with
Robbie
thousands of
pissing
them.
me off.
Let him stay. You gonna stay for this, right?
Wait, but you still haven't described what you've done other than smoking pot and waking up at 4.
Okay, waking up at 4 p.m., right? Now wake up. I gotta brush my teeth, right? Gotta make sure, cause I got a lot of comments. Now, you know, he don't brush his grills. What does his real teeth look like? I gotta make sure that my
He got Chanel earrings like a bad bitch.
And there's girls in his chat too sometimes. So,
yeah.
You know,
What?
See him.
I gotta make sure I'm freshly saving. I'm not saving for this video. I already know what's gonna happen. It's about to be negative comments. Yo, shave that little scruffy shit on your face. Cool.
Silky got fat.
Now I have to gain Marvel Rivals for probably 1 to 2 hours before stream. You know why? Because I don't get to game it for after work. Like I can just game it after work, bro. I can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't just do that, right? After I do that, now I gotta sit here and plan with somebody what I'm gonna do for the stream. Oh, looks like we got no content. All right, let's see if we can just scrub something around.
All depends on the job.
No content, no money. Now look, probably by 8 or 9 p.m. I'm still probably thinking I got to do something for stream. My mind is fried.
Do you know what's crazy?
My mind
8, 9 p.m. for him?
You can't just do that.
I did my work today. I did my work today.
You took the same boss already.
You're going to sleep.
What? Do I don't want to hog the space here too much, but do you know the expression, give a man enough rope?
You're losing me.
Kill him.
What? No Diddy.
I don't
Dude
know.
over here
Basically,
laughing.
You're talking yourself into a
Facts.
hole, man. Okay, my turn. I'll be brief.
Wait, give a man a rope. Wait,
it means
is that racist?
Dude, that nigga Silky a troll.
Back?
Babe, I want to say to you,
Rhonda.
I'm your black auntie.
Yeah,
That's what I want to say.
You not my auntie, bro.
You say you don't like people. It's all about relationships that you got with people. So when you say shit
Man,
like
built for
that,
content though.
do
Facts.
you really mean that?
Do I not like people?
You said
I'm an introvert. I'd rather be in my own space. I'd rather be by myself.
And that's okay. But what is it that you're doing that's helping other people?
This definitely was the wrong crowd.
Saving lives. I'm a superhero.
He's a hero.
I'm a superhero, no cape.
No Kate. Jason. Okay. How many niggas left? Okay. Almost 10 minutes left on the vid.
Uh-oh, here you go.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
You look great.
That's right. I'm Thelma again.
I believe 9 to 5 is harder. I mean, fuck.
You Irishing with the madam? Does that mean female, like your girl?
No. I believe.
Madam, my niggas? Oh. Okay, my fault.
Why are you doing it?
Nah, basically the guys. Why do you know that, Mike?
Have a
Why the fuck do you know that? What the fuck?
Of the public eye and how they judge my relationships. I had a breakup with a girlfriend that I loved so dearly because I chose streaming.
So my question.
Nah, I loved her.
My question.
I loved her, and you're laughing.
My question again. My question.
She laughing at
If
bull.
you think it's so much harder, why are you doing it?
Because I'm passionate about it.
Okay, so you love it. You love streaming. So do you love it more than you love that girlfriend?
That's what I had to decide.
Oh.
I had to make sacrifice, and
So
that's
you-
what you have to do.
so you lost
with
the
streaming.
human touch.
But guess what? If I
Facts.
had 9 to
You
5,
lost the human
if I was
Shorty
flipping
ass weak
burgers,
as shit in
I
the
could've
back,
had
sir.
a
She
good
red as shit from laughing.
But you
That's not from being mad. She just laughing, red as hell.
Being a streamer, you have to
Bro, Buddy the same color as his jacket, bro. You heard people?
be judged on thousands.
Buddy the same color as his jacket, bro.
Every single day.
You look like a Rick and Morty
But-
character.
Okay, and then back to my point.
Look at
Back
him.
to my point. Is that your choice? Was that your choice?
But that's not the point, though. The
No,
point is
that's my point. That's my point.
streaming is harder.
Was
than
that
9 to 5. That's the point.
you gave up your girlfriend for streaming? Come on now.
Shit, he ran up a bag. He
Yeah.
ran up a
I ain't
bag.
gonna lie, I did-
He's a
Yeah.
bitch.
But
Damn,
the
you gotta be a
thing
bitch
is,
though.
to the point, do I pick love and a future with someone I care dearly for, or do I pick
Something that I
Future
love.
something that I'm passionate about and motion? I pick motion.
She obviously wasn't the one. Facts. Who's shorty right here?
I'm Lala Costa.
Lala Costa, amazing name.
I'm an attorney.
She makes a percent off people's fuck ups. I like that.
If you
The
had an
dude with the pink
opportunity
sweater, definitely a bitch.
a 9 to 5
Damn.
that
You would have said that to his face.
could create yourself. Like whatever you want.
Yes,
9
I
to
would.
5. You would take it?
Yes,
Because why?
because I don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
You don't?
Whoa.
What? Come to this side.
No, but I have to because this is what I built my career off of. I started.
You feel stuck.
I feel stuck. Yeah.
Have you ever
You
watched
can't even
a show
talk
and
for
you stopped
5 minutes
watching?
fast.
Have you ever watched a show and you were like,
All the time.
it's the same thing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have to.
That TV show can't. It's done. What happens to all those actors?
It's
after that?
canceled
They gotta
because I
go to-
stopped watching?
Well, no. I'm saying if
Baby, stop.
thousands of you
Honey.
stop watching.
I think you guys are mixing all
Yeah,
the issues.
Cartoon Network. It's like
and
they
not
got millions of
focusing
people.
on-
You guys know what Cartoon Network is?
If your
It's
father
gone.
would stop, would you come up with a different brand then?
All those people are gone. Yeah, but pivot. That's the point.
Pivot. Pivot. I don't know who this is. They even not. Yeah, they're not even trying to understand.
But
Okay.
Her job is easy.
I was at the age of 14.
Okay.
I was a gamer too.
I just think personally, like I agree with Jason that I think streaming does take a certain more stop than a 9 to 5, and I also think everybody in here, right? If you guys all try to be a streamer, right, and then we all try to do what you guys do,
You get L's in your chat.
the probability of everybody here trying to be an attorney is way higher than somebody making streaming a career.
Absolutely, your job is just got lucky because you're
Lucky?
a gamer. You got lucky. There's so many people
I
like
was
you
just
out
talented.
there.
It wasn't
These
pure
days,
luck.
everybody's
Get L's in your chat.
No, but
So many.
hold on. But specifically what I do, I'm not posting selfies around the world. It's basically
It's all good,
it's
twin.
all pure talent.
Wait,
Okay.
can I just why is he lucky? Why do we all get lucky though?
What is your talent?
Yeah.
Call of Duty. I was a professional Call of Duty player, like actual like. The
So you were
game.
sitting at home and you're thinking, what am I going to do with my life while you were gaming? You're like, oh, let's put a
I
camera.
was 16, so it wasn't really like
yeah,
that.
you weren't really thinking of what should I do with my life, like what should I study, what should I like, where does my life go? You just got lucky.
It's not luck. It's
because-
just he's determined. He knows that's the only route.
He didn't get lucky. He put in hours.
Yeah, no.
That's what we do too. We go to
it
school,
wasn't
we
luck.
study.
Everybody's a little bit of luck. I think people who don't have a job, they feel they want to get lucky by getting a job. So I think people even having a job is some sort of luck.
He said, how many people on
Facts.
Earth could do this? No, it's
Facts.
not. It's 1 of a million because for whatever
How is
reason.
that luck? If one out of
Do that shit,
one
Milkman.
has to be the best.
Probably Russian or some
So
shit.
how are you going to dismiss
Is
all
he
his
the
hard
best?
work and all of his
Is he the
talent?
best?
I got
Is
four.
he-
I got
No,
fourth
no,
last
but
year. No. Let me give my statistics. There was over 300,000 people that played Warzone last year. This is the game that I play.
Okay.
I got fourth. So I was a top 12 player across the entire world.
And you're telling
That's
him
like-
you're
So that's not luck. That's
like
pure
less than
that's pure
1%.
skill.
So you're dismissing, is Michael Jordan lucky? Is LeBron James lucky?
Yeah.
Are they lucky?
I mean,
No,
they have a
worked.
talent. They have
They
a
work-
talent.
they had a
but
team.
as,
So what
you
he
know how
did-
many talented people out there and don't get the chance, they don't get the shot at it?
I don't want to take up his time. So he's not talented?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Not
That's
at
what
all.
you just said.
You just
No.
said.
What he did
I
to get
said
to where
a
he
lot
is.
of people are talented, don't get the shot to do what he does.
I heard people who
So
make it
it's
to the
luck.
NBA.
But I didn't even get a shot. It was I did it off the strength of me. There was no one who gave me a shot or anything like that. I simply was. You dead ass?
Yo, you being serious?
Why you laughing?
Why are they laughing, bro?
It's not luck. I've been doing this for 13 years. I uploaded 3,000 videos. 2,000 was I edited myself while I went to college, worked a job, and still went to school. So that's not. I mean, if that's
this is looping for me?
if that's luck.
Where's the luck at in that?
What you mean?
Again.
Is there a percentage? We are all lucky in some way, right? If we all have a job, we're lucky in some sort of way. But
What you
also
mean?
specifically pure talent. And I worked on that since I was 16.
Again, I work with many talented people. I'm not saying about you. I'm
Yeah.
just talking in general.
Yeah, they hear videos
So
and can't
many
wrap their head
people
around
right
that
now
shit, bro.
never
For
get a
real.
shot because they don't do the right thing. They don't go the right path. They don't meet the right people. So there are so many even
What the
talented
fuck?
actors here.
Am
They
I
never get a
streaming?
shot. So I'm just saying it's pure luck.
It wasn't luck. I just saw an opportunity and just genuinely took it. It wasn't a handout. It was simply just, you know what, I'm talented at Call of Duty. This is what I want to do. It took me 8 years to make it a career. Is there something funny?
It's a freaking video game.
It's a talent.
Permission to dick ride? Hey, he's made tens of millions of dollars playing video games.
Something wrong with my stream?
That's that privilege. That's that privilege.
But I'm saying though, you couldn't hop on a game and
couldn't
do
do
what
it.
I do.
You couldn't do
That's
it.
a skill.
Your son couldn't do it. Your
people-
grandkids couldn't do it.
Some people
Your
can't.
son's grandkids could never do it. They could never do it.
Anything that takes a talent.
The genes are done. They can't do it. They
Wait.
can't.
How many hours
can't.
a day did you spend?
When I was younger?
Yeah, when you were younger.
Oh, I would wake up 3 hours before school. So I wake up at 4 a.m. and I would play before school. Bus would come at 7. I go to home, come back, and do it again. I was 16.
Stream good?
See, there's a disconnect here because to you
They
guys,
really
when you guys were
talking.
growing up, yes, it was just video games, it was whatever. But when we were coming up, we're like, wait, maybe we can make this career. Maybe if we get good enough at it and we create.
Do you not think if you're talented at something,
Maybe.
it's a God-given gift?
Video games is not. Like
You don't think you don't think it's talent.
You're just
Wow. I should start working
I
until they have the
can't
talent. I'm
because
assuming for the
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Play FNCS either. It's
I
the
gotta
same
keep
shit.
it a buck. There's a disconnect.
Same
You come
shit.
from a generation where this didn't exist. This career, you looked at this career and you laughed. Now, how come in colleges they're teaching courses on content creation and esports?
Oh.
When you grew up, this didn't exist. So no wonder you're gonna laugh when you hear this shit because you're from a completely different generation. You just don't get it, and I don't know if you ever will be able to wrap your head around it.
Oh.
And it's fun, but it's like,
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta fight back.
That's
You gotta
okay.
fight back. I'm not gonna lie.
Nice meeting you.
Facts. Y'all didn't have it. They didn't have it at all, bro. You're just hating about it, bro.
I'm Ronnie.
Ronnie, nice to meet you.
I'm Ronnie.
My name's Ronnie.
You were talking about job security. Are you familiar with layoffs, with being furloughed? Like, taking
We
it back
fall
to...
off.
That's being... What? What does that even mean?
You lose everything. Every dollar. Everything. You lose everything.
Okay, and then you can rebuild yourself back. You
The same way
reinvent...
you can do if you get laid off. You get a
Yeah,
new
that's
job.
it's
Oh,
it's kind
You
of
get a new job.
the same concept. Like
I don't know. Back in 2020, when everybody was getting furloughed, everybody was like, "Oh, let me go to social media." That's kind of an easy alternative. So that seems kind of easy.
I know,
And
but
then
if you lose a job, you can't.
just get another
No,
one?
you can search for. You have an opportunity to search for another one. No?
Okay, I've been searching for another one for 10 months. I
Damn,
tell you
bitch,
every
find
day,
it, bro.
the same spiel.
Bitch, you don't find a job, bro. Mickey D's is hiring.
I'll have to give that smile of walking through
I
my
uploaded
resume.
videos for 7 years and barely got any views.
And did you you uploaded 7 videos and didn't get any views
Went to school, and still.
and paid rent?
Yes, I still worked. I worked
Oh, so that you had another job.
as a parking attendant. Yes.
Okay, and was that harder
Then what?
than streaming?
No, I was on my phone all the time.
Oh, as a parking attendant, that doesn't sound like you were doing a very good job.
I was chilling.
You were chilling. You weren't doing a good
He's
job.
waiting for.
When cars park, they're done. Like it doesn't.
Okay.
I don't have to.
Well, that's
I'm not security.
That's
I just
a
go.
one
I go like this. I
9
go
to
like this. Yo, right there. I bet. Do you think an aspect of a video game, playing video games, is a talent?
I would say it's a skill. I wouldn't call it a talent. You can master it with,
Ooh,
sorry,
but people
my next
millions play video games, but there are very few people who are genuinely gifted at it.
gifted. What are they, Mozart?
How is it not a talent? Why is it not a talent what he does?
What the fuck are you
You know what?
doing
I'm
all day
open to
parking
it being a
attendant?
talent. I think it's a skill.
That's what I'm
I think it's something
saying.
You can master. I don't think you're a Mozart that you have this gift of like, whoa, when I put my thumb here and this thumb there and do this combo, I do this
You'd be
flip.
surprised. I mean, there's people out there who are genuinely
That they have their opposable
the
thumbs
most
like
gifted-
so good.
That's like saying, here's a paintbrush, go paint me Picasso.
Yeah, that's
like,
what I'm saying.
what?
I'm saying this is so hard. If there's certain games that have $1 million prize pools, if there's a skill you could just learn and you're looking for a job for 10 months, go pick up a controller and go hop in this $1 million tournament and win it.
You
And win it.
could. You
Do
could.
it.
You couldn't even- You couldn't. You couldn't.
What do you mean I wouldn't
You can't even find your OBS stream key. Stop playing.
I need to work for it,
I know.
but
So like, but you're dismissing what he does. You're just dismissing.
I'm
Like,
not
oh, it's
dismissing. I'm saying
it's
that's
not a
easy.
skill. It's not a talent.
It's
I said
easy?
it's a skill.
It's
I
easy.
didn't say it's a talent. I said it's a skill. It's a skill that
But
you
how
can
do you
own.
how
and
do you
can
know
master.
how do you know if it's easy if you haven't done it? Like if you
I
don't.
played Mario Kart. I
That's
played
not the same thing.
On a professional level, though.
No, not a professional level because that's not what I'm trying to pursue.
I know, so but you don't understand what it takes to be on that sort of level. So how can you try to dismiss it and say it's yours is harder?
What
How do
is-
you know?
what
But how
does
do
it
you
take
know?
to be on that
Because
level?
I've worked at 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So
What does it take to be on that level?
Just gift, and you got to play all
Just
the time.
gift?
Tens of thousands of hours.
You can't buy your stream OBS key.
Uh-huh.
Facts.
Editing and filming and constantly.
I'm just talking
having
about
to
pure
innovate and
skill. As far as like the
reinvent
videos and stuff like that, just off pure skill.
I
You-
had
you
to
did-
put tens of thousands of hours
Could you get a
into my
refresh second
studies.
zone, Tarping? Could you?
I have no idea what you said.
Could you get a refresh going into second zone with no mats? Can you get a refresh on the best players? You
I
couldn't.
can also put. I can circle back and give
Do you know how to
different
short launch
terms
pad?
from
When
my
you're trying to get to third
industries.
zone, third moving. Do you know
I
how to
don't know
short?
No,
launch
I
pad?
don't. But if I
Exactly,
want,
you couldn't, but Excel sheet? You can do Excel sheet.
no, but exactly. I
It's
can
just
go-
games.
Talking game.
These
As
refreshes
a
don't come to
babysitter,
you.
I can talk to you about the different things I do and ask you, could you do that? No, but if you wanted to, you would.
If us four
Lobby grilling.
took 3 days, you don't think we can master an Excel sheet?
Oh,
But let me give you, if I give you 3 days about a video game, do you think you could be that talented as me?
If I wanted to, I would.
In 3 days?
So let's pay for
3 days?
whatever it is. Give you 3 days, but if you lose, you got to give us it back in double.
No.
No. No.
You pay me, I'll get it done.
Never mind. Oh, there we go. Oh, no, what happened?
I would say, in a sense, yes, because you have to put in the work.
Okay, my fault, chat.
You got to be on 24/7.
It's difficult to answer that question for us, I think, because we didn't come up in this time frame in this era. So and
You still loud? Let's go.
Totally
oh yeah. You know what it is,
we were just
man.
talking about playing tic-tac-toe on the sidewalk with cops.
We're reacting. Is 9 to 5 easier than streaming? Or no, it's 9 to 5 harder than streaming.
Appreciate and respect.
Let's
what
finish
they
cutting
do,
hair.
I think that's
Fire.
the consensus for most of us that we
Get that money,
appreciate
twin.
and we respect where they are. But it's not. It's what
I bet
we
you wanna
did
drop a
was-
sub, though.
I feel like what we did was hard, and that's what I think.
Come on, man.
My mind was
They still gotta do their streaming
now. I'm
job,
even
twin.
more convinced that normal jobs are hard.
Make a fast 100 pounds. You made 100? Damn. All right. I'm not gonna lie. W video. They're just old, bro. That's what it is. But if you enjoyed the video, enjoyed the reaction, like it, comment what you think. Comment your opinion about the whole situation. And yeah, man. See ya. Come to the Twitch, man. If you watch it live, join the chat next time. Join debates. And every social is Lowski 5K. Let's go.